Have you ever wondered what would happen if plants decided to eat back? Imagine a world where the green, silent beings in your garden aren't just passively soaking up sunlight, but are actually on the hunt, waiting, watching, and ready to pounce on their next meal. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but for over 600 species of plants, this is just another day in the wild. Welcome to the mysterious world of carnivorous plants, a club of over 600 species that don't just sit around looking green, but actively hunt and digest animals, usually insects. These plants have evolved some of the most fascinating and bizarre adaptations in the plant kingdom, turning the tables on the animal world in a way that's both captivating and a little bit creepy. Now, most plants get their nutrients from the soil, but carnivorous plants live where the earth is stingy. Bogs, swamps, and acidic heaths with barely any nitrogen. These environments are beautiful but harsh, with poor waterlogged soils that make it nearly impossible for ordinary plants to thrive. So how do these plants survive? They've developed a taste for something a little more lively. Instead of relying on the ground, they look to the sky, or rather, to the insects buzzing above it. By supplementing their diet with animal prey, they get the nutrients they need to grow and reproduce. To do this, they evolved traps, seriously clever traps, to catch dinner on the fly. These aren't just passive snares, they're intricate, highly specialized structures that have taken millions of years to perfect. Some lure, some snap, some suck, and some even drown their prey. Let's break down some of their best moves and see just how creative nature can get when survival is on the line. First up, the pitfall trap. Pitcher plants are the masters of this technique. Their leaves form deep, slippery tubes filled with rainwater and digestive juices. The rim of the pitcher is often brightly colored and sometimes even emits a sweet scent, luring insects to the edge. Bugs slide in and, well, let's just say they don't slide out. Once inside, the insect finds it nearly impossible to climb back up the slick walls. Eventually it drowns in the liquid, where enzymes and bacteria break it down into a nutritious soup for the plant to absorb. Some pitcher plants, like the Nepenthes raja from Borneo, are so large they've been known to trap not just insects but even small frogs, lizards, and rodents. Then there's the Venus flytrap, probably the most famous member of the carnivorous plant world. Its leaves are hinged and lined with sensitive trigger hairs. When an insect touches two hairs in quick succession, the trap snaps shut in less than a second, locking the unlucky bug inside. The Venus flytrap is so fast it's been studied by scientists for its rapid movement. The trap only closes if the hairs are touched twice within about 20 seconds, which helps the plant avoid wasting energy on false alarms like raindrops or debris. Sundews and butterworts prefer a stickier approach. Their leaves are covered in glistening, gluey droplets that look like morning dew, but are actually deadly traps. When an insect lands, it gets stuck, and the leaf slowly curls around it, smothering the prey and beginning digestion. Some sundews can move their tentacles in response to struggling prey, increasing the plant's chances of a successful meal. Butterworts, on the other hand, have flat, greasy leaves that act like flypaper, trapping gnats and other small insects. Meanwhile, bladderworts, these guys are wild, use tiny vacuum bladders to literally suck in small critters from the water. These aquatic plants have the fastest known movement in the plant kingdom. When a tiny creature brushes against the trigger hairs, the bladder's door opens and water rushes in, pulling the prey with it in less than a millisecond. Bladderworts can reset their traps in just a few hours, ready to catch more unsuspecting victims. They're so efficient, they can clear entire ponds of small aquatic animals. And if you think that's weird, corkscrew plants use twisting tunnels lined with downward hairs, leading insects on a one-way trip to Digestionville. The prey is guided deeper and deeper into the plant, unable to turn back until it reaches a chamber where it's digested. These spiral traps are so effective that even the most agile insects can't escape once they've entered. After the catch, these plants break down their snacks with enzymes or helpful bacteria, just like we digest food, absorbing all those hard-to-find nutrients right from their prey. This process can take days or even weeks, depending on the size of the meal and the type of plant. Some carnivorous plants even recycle the hard parts of their prey, like insect exoskeletons, using them to attract more victims or as a source of minerals. You'll find carnivorous plants almost everywhere except Antarctica, from the tiny sundews barely an inch tall to Nepenthes vines that can grow over a meter. Some live in steamy tropical jungles while others brave the cold of northern bogs. Australia, South America, and Southeast Asia are hotspots for carnivorous plant diversity, with some of the most unusual and beautiful species found nowhere else on Earth. Each family has its own tricks, but all have one thing in common. In the struggle for survival, sometimes it pays to be hungry. Whether it's snapping, sticking, sucking, or spiraling, these plants have turned the tables on the animal kingdom in the most unexpected ways. Some scientists believe that studying these plants could even inspire new technologies, from bio-inspired robotics to innovative pest control methods. So next time you see a humble-looking plant, remember, it might just be waiting for lunch to land. The world of carnivorous plants is a reminder that nature is full of surprises, and sometimes the most unassuming creatures are the most extraordinary hunters of all. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the wild and wonderful world of carnivorous plants. Stay curious and keep an eye on your garden. You never know who's watching.